Hello good people, how are you today? I hope everyone's well and enjoying their guitar journey with us here. And I want to talk to you a little bit about a few chord changes that are going to be the more challenging ones. Right now you're working on your changes, you're getting songs down, you're getting good with your strummings and different strum patterns and having fun. And you're going to notice that there's going to be some chord changes that are a little bit tougher than other ones. And those are the ones where you got to kind of hunker down and really practice the mechanics of them and go over them the 5-10 minutes a day, and you'll get them. It just takes a little bit more time, okay? Probably the hardest one that you're going to come across for a while until, and I know you're, until we get into some F chords and changes, is going to be like a G to C change. That one gives everybody a headache, okay? So I'm going to show you some techniques and some different ways to play a G chord which will help you with that change, okay? So I'm going to come in close to the camera so you can see this. What's going to happen is, instead of playing a G with 4 fingers, we're going to play a G chord, but we're going to change it to a 3-finger G. Still a G chord, but what it's going to do is free up your first finger to make it easier going to the C. And that's the goal, the G to C change, because that's in a lot of songs. Lots of them, very common change. Now you've been playing your G chords like this, which is fine, okay? But if you want to go from a G to a C, you're going to have to spin your whole hand over and down to get to that change in time. And that you might find very frustrating. I can do it, G to C, and make it look very easy because I've been doing it a long time. But you're not going to be able to do that, go from that G to that C like that. So let me give you an easier way to do this, okay? Now, so just try this. Instead of playing your G chord with 4 fingers, I want you to leave your pinky down on the high E, hook your 3rd finger up to the top on the G note, on that 3rd fret, and basically you're going to be using your 2nd finger where your 1st finger was, and your 3rd finger where your 2nd finger was. So basically your 2nd finger is going to go, or your middle finger is going to go right here on this B note, 2nd fret on the A string. There's your 3rd finger on the low E string, on the 3rd fret, and your pinky on the high E string. So you have a G chord. Now I'm just going to pull my pinky away from there so you can see this. Okay, still a G chord. Now, when your pinky should be, not pinky, your 1st finger now should be freed up. And that's the goal. I wanted to free this guy up because, take a look at this. You're on a G chord, but this almost looks like a C chord, like a cluster for a C, and that's the goal I'm trying to get across, because then when you go from this G, it makes it so much, look at this, to go to a C, it's so much easier. Back to the G, to the C. And the reason is because all you're doing when you're on this G is you're just dropping down your 3rd finger and your 2nd finger 1 fret. Remember, sliding them on the strings and adding your 1st finger to that C note, 1st fret on the B string. So you get this kind of cluster change where you're keeping your fingers in that same cluster. And it's so much easier than going from a 4-finger G trying to spin your whole hand around and over to get to that C. So I want you to practice this. Now, just playing the G like this with 3 fingers is going to be a challenge at first because you're not going to be used to this fingering. You're used to this. Okay? So it's going to feel very weird. And again, don't go by me. I've been playing a very long time, so I make these movements and these changes look very, very easy. So let me give you another angle at this. Here's your G with your pinky, 3-finger G we'll call it. Okay? Keep your 1st finger close to the fretboard, and I just want you to go G to C, just like that. Notice on the G chord, when I do that cluster change and I move these 2 fingers down, right? You cannot slip a credit card between my fingers and the strings. See, because I'm not doing that. See? Then I could get the card in there. Okay? But I'm not doing that because I'm keeping my fingers and I'm sliding them down. See, the card can't get in there because I'm sliding them. Alright? That's what you want. You want that slide, that cluster. So I want you just to do this. Get comfortable with the G chord first, 3 fingers. Then I want you to try G to C. Back and forth. Practice the mechanics. 1 strum each to make sure you're getting all the strings to ring out. On the C, I'm muting with my thumb the low E string. If you haven't got to that yet, you will. That's in the modules. Then try it with a quarter note, slow. Down, down, G, G, C, 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 G, 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 C, C, C. See, just 4 downstrokes on the quarter. Then try it with like strum 2 when you get good with the quarter notes. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. 1 measure each. Notice the cluster. Let me give you another angle of that. See how I keep my fingers in that cluster. I don't take my hand apart. Up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. All right, so G to C. I want you to practice that one. Another good one to do with this 3-finger G is if you're going G to A minor, right? Because again, look, your first finger is freed up on this 3-finger G. So I can go, right? I have to, again, go to that C when I go to A minor. See, and I get that movement. G, A minor. See, again, it's like a cluster. This is a great exercise for your pinky. See? What we do has multi-functions. Besides giving you an easy way to make changes, we're also building strength and dexterity in your pinky finger. So try that one. Down, 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 A minor. Down, down, back to G. 3-finger, A minor now. Right, then try it with 8th notes. Strum 2. Down, down, up, down, up, A minor. Down, up, mute the low E string. Okay, always the mechanics first. Right? Okay. Alright. So, I want you to put that into your practice routine of changing, and you're going to have to spend a bunch of time on G to C, because you're going to see G to C in lots and lots of songs. So when you're doing your 10 minutes a day, or your free time, or 10 minutes 2 or 3 times a day, put in plenty of G to C and G to A minor, because those are going to be some of your more challenging changes. And as we go along, we'll be spending more time on those. So I will see you in the next module. Have fun. Take care.